discuss the pros and cons kind of trying to recruit to that? You can be more selective, but also, you've got to kind of pick your spots, I guess.
Well, I'm still learning, so to me, this will be, my first time really through it. But you're right. You don't. The thing about it is, you got to be patient in this, because there's going to be a lot of things you don't want to have necessarily. You would like to have your whole class wrapped up, but at the same time, you don't want to settle when there's. I've been at the high school level, and I've seen kids that change their mind in the middle of a season. Staffs change at other places, and kids decide they want to do something else. So, I think where we are in recruiting, we need to be real patient, and if we get the big time player that we want, let's get him and take him. If we don't get exactly who we want, let's be patient and not just take somebody. We got a lot of kids that are going to be coming into their senior year, and they may have grown 2 inches from their junior year and put together great film, and halfway through the season we may fall on a guy that we didn't even know about. So I think it's important with a small class that we be patient, wait on and get the right guys.
What do you think about this December signing period they've kind of added in?
Yeah, from a high school standpoint, I think it's good. And from a college standpoint, I think it's good. Just kind of speaking from both things, I think it takes a little bit of the pressure off. I think you'll know in December, kind of lock some guys up, and you'll know for sure, and won't have to wait till February, and won't have to worry about them. You can focus on maybe some other guys that are still maybe committed but unsure. You can really put your focus on them. So I think that'll be good. So I like that. I like the early December.
Thank you.
Thanks. Sorry, I haven't been able to talk to you yet, but let's run through this. What's it like, going out there finally at spring practice and being able to coach those safeties and get back to doing what you do best, which is coach football?
It was good to be able to interact and instruct the kids and the players. So I really enjoyed that. Being with Coach Venables, I'm learning a new defense, from what I've been accustomed to. So trying to learn that and work with that. But it's been great getting out there and being able to coach and teach.
Trying to replace Jadar, not an easy prospect. Who are you looking at back there at that other safety spot?
I'll tell you what, Jadar did an unbelievable job for our team and helped lead us to a national championship. He was a great playmaker. But we got some great playmakers coming. And, you got Van Smith back, who'll probably move over into Jadar's spot over there to the field.
Okay.
And, I think that's a little more suited for him. He's got good speed, good range. He's kind of a quarterback of our secondary back there, so he can get everybody lined up. But Tanner Muse, for one, coming in, he ran a 4.36 the other day out there when we timed him at 220 pounds or 225 pounds. I think you're going to see a guy. I think you're going to see a more physical presence there, a better tackler in space, a better tackler on the goal line, in the red zone. I just think you're going to see a more physical presence there, and I think you're going to see a guy that's going to make plays. Every time I see Tanner get in a game, all he does is make plays. He intercepts passes, runs them back for touchdowns, blocks punts in the national championship game. I mean, when he gets an opportunity, he gets it done. So I think you're going to see something pretty special in him, and he's fast as lightning. So, and then Isaiah Simmons, unbelievable. He's 6'5".
He looks like a defensive end or a linebacker.
Yeah, except he ran a 4.31 the other day when he was timed. So that's ridiculous speed. So, and he'll hit. Very physical player, and he's long and rangy. So, he can play both safeties and then the nickel Sam, and then Denzel Johnson. His change of direction is better than the rest. I mean, he can really cut on a dime, and change direction. He's a physical player, as he gains confidence with playing time. I think he's going to be a good player. And Nolan Turner, don't sleep on Nolan. He's got the best footwork and hips of any of them. I mean, the way he transitions. I mean, his dad played several years in the NFL. I mean, he's got the pedigree to go with it, but he's an unbelievable player. He gets in the spring game, picks off a pass. I mean, he's another guy that, when given opportunity, makes plays.
Tanner, would there be any problem? Is he going to move over to the boundary side?
He'll move to the boundary side. Yeah.
Is there a lot of difference in the terminology that what you have to do between the field and boundary safety guys? A little bit.
It's a little different, but if you know both, the better.
Right.
And that's what I'm, especially with Isaiah. I'm preaching with him, but.
And is he learning both, Isaiah?
He's going to learn both, and he's learning the nickel. He's learning a lot of things. He's going to be, he's going to have a busy summer. So, in preseason, but he's talented enough, and he knows he can do it too. That's the thing with Tanner, that the biggest difference between last year and this year with Tanner is just his confidence. He knows he belongs now, and he knows he can do it. He's very confident in knowing the defense and knowing all the details of the defense, and he's gonna be strong. He's gonna be a really good player.
It's like having the coach's son and Van Smith back there, who understands it.
It's awesome because he does know it. He does know it. He came in and played as a true freshman because of that. So his dad's obviously done a great job laying the groundwork for his son, and it's just awesome to see that coming out of high school. I just love a great high school coach that can get those guys ready. And he obviously comes from a great program that's got him ready, and he can be a quarterback on that defense. And Tanner Muse the same way. I mean, he comes from a great program as well. And those guys, I think they won the state championship this past year. And so you've got two guys that have been coached extremely well in high school, and they're gonna get plugged in and know it. And then and Nolan's the same way, coming from Vestavia. His high school coach has won, I think, over 300 games. So I mean, they come from great programs, and we get them in. We teach them our system and how to do it. It's a lot more. There's a lot more involved with the college defense than the high school defense, but they know the basics of it, and they're learning our defense, and that's great. And Van and Tanner, they've got it. They know it. They've been in it for 3 years now.
You go in and you start that Grayson program in 2003.